In a world increasingly dominated by the convergence of technology and personal narratives, Denzel Washington's recent revelations about his life's direction have captivated audiences and critics alike. As one of Hollywood's most esteemed actors, Washington has always been known for his commanding roles and powerful performances. However, in a candid interview, he shared a new purpose that transcends acting, revealing a profound journey of self-discovery and spirituality. Washington, who was set to star in a Broadway production of Shakespeare's Othello, took time to reflect on his life's trajectory, which he describes as being influenced by a prophecy from his youth. He recalled a moment from 1975 when a woman in his mother's beauty shop foretold that he would travel the world and preach or speak to millions. This prophecy resonated deeply with Washington, who now sees his future as one where he speaks on faith and inspiration rather than merely performing on screen. During the interview conducted by David Marchese, Washington shared that he recently earned his minister's license. He described the experience of revisiting his roots, stating, "I went for a ride one day. I stopped in front of the church that my mother grew up in. I got baptized." This moment marked a significant turning point in his life, as he now seeks to use his platform to discuss faith more explicitly, connecting his spiritual journey with the profound narratives he has portrayed throughout his career. Washington's reflections also delve into the challenges faced by artists, especially when balancing the demands of their craft with the realities of life. The actor candidly discussed his experiences with financial pressures, admitting, "I've taken every job for money. There's no job I've taken where I went, 'You guys just keep the money.'" This honesty about the business side of acting serves as a reminder of the complexities that often underpin artistic endeavors. Furthermore, Washington expressed a keen awareness of the socio-political landscape and its impact on his work. He remarked on the ongoing devastation caused by wildfires in California, highlighting the urgent realities of climate change and how these events shape both his personal life and professional choices. "It's just a play," he noted about his upcoming role in Othello, yet he acknowledges the significance of storytelling in bringing awareness to contemporary issues as he prepares for his theatrical return. Washington is not only focused on his performance but also on the overarching themes of jealousy and betrayal that resonate with today's societal challenges. He elaborated on how the characters in Othello reflect enduring human emotions, suggesting that the play's themes have taken on new relevance in the context of the digital age. "Kenny, the brilliant director, is putting it in what he calls the near future," he explained, emphasizing how contemporary interpretations can breathe new life into classic narratives. Washington's journey is not merely a reflection of his professional aspirations but a deep exploration of his identity and purpose. He recognizes the importance of community faith and the power of storytelling as a means of connecting with others. "Believe in something greater than yourself," he urged, encapsulating the essence of his message. As Washington embarks on this new chapter, audiences can anticipate not only a captivating performance in Othello but also a broader dialogue about the role of artists in addressing societal issues through the lens of faith and personal experience. His evolution from an iconic actor to a figure of spiritual guidance underscores the transformative power of storytelling and the enduring relevance of the arts in a rapidly changing world. Looking ahead, Washington's commitment to speaking out on issues that matter combined with his artistic endeavors suggests that he will continue to be a significant voice, inspiring audiences to reflect on their own paths and the narratives that shape our collective experience. In a rapidly evolving digital landscape, the intersection of personal privacy and governmental oversight remains a contentious battleground. Recent developments from the UK have ignited significant debate over user privacy, as authorities have mandated that Apple permit increased surveillance capabilities over encrypted accounts. This directive has raised alarms among privacy advocates and tech experts who argue that such measures not only infringe upon individual rights but also set a troubling precedent for digital security worldwide. The UK government's decision to compel Apple to allow access to users' encrypted communications stems from ongoing efforts to combat serious crimes including terrorism and organized crime. Officials assert that access to encrypted data is crucial for law enforcement to effectively protect public safety. However, critics argue that this move undermines the very principles of encryption, which are designed to protect user data from unauthorized access. If companies begin to provide backdoors for governments, it ultimately weakens the security for everyone, warns a privacy expert from a leading cybersecurity firm. This situation is further complicated by the broader implications it holds for technology companies operating in multiple jurisdictions. The potential for conflicting regulations could lead to a fragmented approach to data privacy, complicating compliance for multinational firms. According to a recent report from the Electronic Frontier Foundation, this isn't just a UK issue, it could ripple out to affect users globally, as companies may feel pressured to comply with such demands wherever they operate. In parallel, the tech world is grappling with internal challenges as well. The recent resignation of a staff member from the popular meme-based cryptocurrency Doge highlights the ongoing issues of inclusivity and conduct within tech communities. The departure followed the emergence of racist posts linked to the staffer, prompting swift backlash from users and advocates alike. This incident underscores the necessity for a robust organizational culture that prioritizes diversity and accountability in the tech sector. We must create environments where harmful behavior is not tolerated and those responsible are held accountable, stated a spokesperson for a leading diversity initiative in tech. Amidst these developments, personal narratives continue to resonate. In a column featured in the Washington Post, a busy mother expressed her desire for a low-key birthday celebration only to find her aspirations overshadowed by her mother's grand plans. This scenario, while seemingly trivial, reflects a broader theme of generational expectations and the delicate balance of familial relationships in today's fast-paced world. The emotional tug-of-war between personal preferences and familial traditions is a relatable struggle for many, illustrating the complexities of modern family dynamics. As the tech industry navigates these multifaceted challenges, ranging from regulatory pressures and internal cultural shifts to personal stories that highlight the human element of technology, the future remains uncertain. The ongoing discourse around privacy, inclusivity, and personal agency will undoubtedly shape the landscape of technology in the coming years. Stakeholders from all sides must engage thoughtfully in these conversations to ensure that advancements in technology do not come at the expense of fundamental rights and values. As we look ahead, it becomes increasingly clear that the choices made today will have lasting implications for society's relationship with technology. In an era where social media can amplify voices both positive and negative, the resignation of a staff member at Dogecoin Doge over controversial online posts has sent ripples through the cryptocurrency community. This event highlights the ongoing challenges that tech companies face regarding employee conduct and the implications for their brand image. The incident, which unfolded recently, has drawn attention not only for its immediate impact on Doge but also for its reflections on broader societal issues like racial sensitivity and accountability in digital spaces. The Wall Street Journal reported that a staff member at Dogecoin resigned following the surfacing of racist posts attributed to their social media accounts. The posts, which were met with widespread condemnation, raised questions about the company's culture and its commitment to diversity and inclusion. In a statement following the staffer's departure, a Doge spokesperson emphasized the organization's dedication to fostering a welcoming environment for all users and stakeholders. "We take these matters seriously and are committed to upholding the values that our community expects from us," the spokesperson stated. The resignation comes at a time when the cryptocurrency sector is grappling with its reputation in the wake of various controversies. As digital currencies gain mainstream traction, companies are under increased scrutiny not just for their financial practices but also for their internal cultures. The Doge incident serves as a reminder that the actions of individuals, particularly those in public-facing roles, can have far-reaching implications. The backlash against the posts was swift, with many community members expressing their outrage and calling for accountability. In a broader context, This incident feeds into the ongoing discourse about the attitudes and behaviors prevalent in the tech industry. The fallout from such events can have significant ramifications not just for the companies involved but for the industry as a whole. Analysts suggest that incidents like this could deter potential investors and users who prioritize social responsibility when choosing which platforms to engage with. In today's climate, consumers are increasingly looking at the ethical practices of the companies they support, commented a tech industry expert. This resignation is a crucial moment for Doge to reassess its messaging and the values it represents. Moreover, the resignation may also signal a shift in how companies approach employee engagement and public relations. As social media continues to play a pivotal role in shaping public perception, organizations may need to adopt more proactive measures to ensure that their employees reflect the values they espouse. Failure to do so could lead to further incidents that damage both reputation and trust among users. As the dust settles on this incident, the future for Dogecoin and its community remains uncertain. Will the company take this opportunity to reinforce its commitment to diversity, or will it risk further backlash by failing to address the underlying issues? The cryptocurrency landscape is evolving rapidly, and with it the expectations of its users. As Doge navigates these turbulent waters, the eyes of the crypto community will be watching closely to see how it responds, not just in words but in actions that demonstrate a genuine commitment to fostering a more inclusive environment. In a significant legal development, a federal judge has temporarily halted the Trump administration's sweeping plans to place approximately 200 employees of the U.S. Agency for International Development (USAID) on administrative leave. This decision, issued by U.S. District Judge Carl Nichols, comes in the wake of an internal memo from USAID that indicated a drastic reduction in staff, with only a few hundred employees slated to remain active. The judge's order, expected to be formalized by the end of the day, reflects growing concerns over the potential ramifications of the administration's efforts to dismantle the agency. The situation escalated when Democracy Forward, a legal advocacy group, filed a lawsuit on behalf of USAID employees claiming that the administration's actions were unconstitutional and could exacerbate a global humanitarian crisis. Critics, including labor unions representing federal workers, warned that such drastic cuts could jeopardize U.S. national security interests and lead to thousands of job losses. According to reports, USAID currently employs about 10,000 individuals, including direct hires and local staff, and the fate of many remains uncertain amid these swift changes. The backdrop to this legal battle is President Trump's vehement criticism of USAID, which he has characterized as wasteful and ineffective. On his social media platform Truth Social, Trump expressed his desire to close it down, aligning with his administration's broader agenda to reduce government spending. Notably, tech entrepreneur Elon Musk has been enlisted by the administration to streamline operations within USAID, further fueling the controversy. The agency's turmoil has been compounded by the recent appointment of Marco Rubio, a former senator, as acting administrator. Rubio's comments in the Dominican Republic underscored the administration's intent to re-evaluate programs that do not align with U.S. national interests. However, the abrupt decisions have left many within the agency and its partners scrambling to respond to the fallout. A senior USAID official described the situation as stunning and irresponsible, highlighting the urgent security risks posed to both staff and critical programs. The effects of this administrative freeze are already being felt in the broader landscape of foreign assistance. Reports indicate that thousands of contractor positions have been eliminated, leading to significant job losses among companies that implement USAID projects. Advocacy groups are actively tracking the impact of these actions, noting that over 10,000 American jobs linked to contracted companies have been lost. The swift dismantling of USAID has drawn sharp criticism from former officials and experts who argue that it undermines the U.S. commitment to global humanitarian efforts. Jeremy Kanindick, a former senior USAID official, pointed out that the cuts directly contradict the administration's stated goals of enhancing national security. As the legal proceedings unfold, the implications of the judge's ruling extend beyond USAID itself. The outcome could set a precedent for how federal agencies navigate political pressures and resource allocations in the future. With the 2024 presidential election approaching, the fate of USAID will likely remain a contentious issue influencing both domestic policy debates and international relations. In conclusion, the temporary pause on the Trump administration's efforts to reduce USAID's workforce serves as a critical juncture in the ongoing discussion about foreign aid, government efficiency, and national security. As stakeholders await further developments, the situation underscores the delicate balance between budgetary constraints and the necessity of maintaining robust diplomatic and humanitarian initiatives. The coming weeks will be pivotal in determining not only the future of USAID but also the broader implications for U.S. foreign policy under potential new leadership. In an era where the intersection of creativity and empathy is increasingly emphasized, novelist Emer McBride's journey reveals the profound impact that method acting can have on writing. In her recent reflections, McBride, renowned for her acclaimed debut novel A Girl is a Half-Formed Thing, shares insights gleaned from her 3 years of studying method acting at the Drama Centre, London. This period of intense training not only shaped her understanding of character development but also transformed her approach to storytelling. McBride's foray into writing began at the tender age of 23. Driven by an insatiable urge to articulate the complexities of human experience. Yet she faced the daunting challenge of translating her abstract thoughts into tangible narratives. Making a person is no mean feat, especially in the absence of sex, she muses, highlighting the intricate task of crafting characters that resonate with authenticity. It was during her time at the Drama Centre that she learned to create characters from the inside out, a skill that proved invaluable in her literary endeavors. Initially, McBride struggled to connect the seemingly disparate realms of acting and writing. She articulates her early belief that acting is inherently collaborative while writing is a solitary pursuit. However, as she delved deeper into method acting, she discovered a unifying thread. Both disciplines require a profound understanding of human emotions. I wanted to see the world through others' eyes, she explains, emphasizing her desire to capture the unfiltered experiences of her characters. By leveraging the intimate introspective techniques of method acting, McBride learned to harness language as her vehicle for exploration, allowing her to convey the rawness of human emotion with striking clarity. A pivotal lesson from her training was the importance of withholding judgment. Leave your instinct to judge at the door, she recalls, a mantra that shaped her approach to character creation. This principle encourages writers to allow characters to exist independently, free from external moral scrutiny, thus enabling them to be fully realized individuals with their own distinct motivations and flaws. Characters, like people, are not constructed from moral positions, McBride asserts, reminding us that the most compelling narratives arise from the complexities of human nature rather than simplistic archetypes. In discussing her latest novel The City Changes Its Face and her previous work The Lesser Bohemians, McBride illustrates how she navigates personal experiences to inform her characters. She acknowledges that while she may not personally embody her protagonists, the universal struggles of love, failure, and redemption resonate deeply within her. Once a shared truth is spliced, or substituted, into the fictional story, its logic will remain intact, she notes, underscoring the role of empathy in storytelling. McBride's reflections also touch on the concept of substitution, which involves recognizing and understanding the shared impulses that drive different individuals. By fostering radical empathy, she argues artists can transcend superficial differences and tap into the core of what it means to be human. Without empathy, art is nothing more than a flapping mouthpiece for whichever aesthetic ideology or political point has been placed above the duty to truth, she asserts, advocating for a more compassionate approach to narrative construction. As she prepares to release The City Changes Its Face, McBride remains committed to her artistic evolution. The lessons learned from method acting continue to inform her writing process, guiding her in the pursuit of authenticity and emotional depth. In a world where genuine connection is often obscured by noise, her dedication to exploring the intricate tapestry of human experience promises to resonate with readers for years to come. As McBride herself states, the obligation to make works of honesty is one all artists are bound to fulfill, a sentiment that captures the essence of her literary journey and the enduring power of storytelling. In a world increasingly grappling with the devastating consequences of drug addiction, the story of Drew Goff serves as both a cautionary tale and a beacon of hope. Drew, a 40-year-old man from McMinnville, Oregon, confronts the harrowing realities of addiction, homelessness, and the complexities of societal responses to these challenges. His journey underscores a significant dilemma in American drug policy, one that calls for a re-evaluation of both punitive and supportive measures. Nicholas Kristof, a prominent opinion columnist for the New York Times, reflects on Drew's life, which is steeped in a generational struggle with addiction. Drew's plight began early with drug use, starting at the tender age of 12, leading him down a path of crime and substance abuse. The backdrop of his life is marked by familial dysfunction, where his grandfather battled alcoholism and his mother faced her own demons of addiction and trauma. Despite these challenges, Drew possesses a sharp wit and a love for his children, showcasing the duality of his existence, one of potential and despair. The narrative takes a critical turn as Kristof discusses the broader implications of drug policy in the United States, particularly focusing on the rise of fentanyl and its impact across political lines. The opioid crisis has claimed over 1 million lives since 2000, far exceeding the casualties of all American wars in the last century and a half. Yet the responses from both the Republican and Democratic parties have often been insufficient and lacking in nuance. Kristof argues that while punitive measures have been a staple of right-leaning policies, the permissive attitudes towards drug use in liberal states have similarly failed many struggling with addiction. Drew's eventual arrest, which he and his mother viewed as a necessary step toward treatment, highlights the harsh reality that sometimes incarceration is seen as the only means to access care. Kristof poignantly remarks that for individuals like Drew, the most reliable way to receive help is often through the criminal justice system, a situation that starkly contrasts with the support systems that should ideally be in place. The article further explores the consequences of policy decisions such as Oregon's 2020 referendum to decriminalize small amounts of hard drugs, which led to a dramatic spike in overdose deaths. This outcome prompted a shift in public sentiment, leading to bipartisan efforts to reintroduce criminal penalties, a response that reflects a broader societal struggle to find effective solutions. Amidst this bleak landscape, Kristof advocates for a more balanced approach to drug policy. He calls for increased accessibility to treatment, highlighting the importance of immediate intervention and the need for more comprehensive healthcare options. The narrative emphasizes the significance of prevention, suggesting that early intervention in the lives of children at risk could alter the trajectory of future generations. As Drew begins to rebuild his life post-incarceration, having found a job and reconnected with his children, his story becomes a testament to resilience and the potential for recovery. Kristof's reflections urge a reconsideration of how society addresses addiction, moving beyond mere punishment to a more compassionate, evidence-based approach that encompasses both prevention and treatment. In conclusion, Drew Goff's journey encapsulates the urgent need for a re-evaluation of drug policy in America. As the nation grapples with the ongoing crisis of addiction and overdose, it is imperative that both sides of the political spectrum come together to forge a path that prioritizes effective treatment and prevention. The lessons learned from Drew's life may hold the key to addressing the deeper issues at play and ultimately saving lives.